All right, boys and girls, welcome aboard for another episode of The Brothers Hack the Matrix. All right, boys and girls, welcome aboard for another episode of The Brothers Hack the Matrix. I am your host, JoesAtmosfere, and I'm joined by There Can Be Only One.
What's happening? What's happening?
Put them both up, man. Let's see if we get the light show. No light show today.
I don't know what sets that off. I really don't, man.
I guess Apple decided, nah, this guy's getting too much groove on here. Right?
Crazy,
We got to
man.
take his light show away.
Right? No,
Chopsocky flick is what it's starting to look like, bro. That's what it's starting to look like. Oh man, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. I was looking at that graphic. There's a lot of people that passed away.
Yeah, 3 halos on the thumbnail this week, but we'll get to all that. First of all, the people want to know, what are you sporting for an axe tonight, bro?
No, we got my favorite, the vintage V100. These are you get so much value for your buck, man. This is the flaming iced tea burst. And the flame action on that freaking wood is awesome. But it's a beautiful guitar. It's a heavy one.
Yeah.
Got the dual humbuckers, but it's got the big warm sound on it, right? So I dig this one. Cool. It's really nice. Really nice.
Let's see who's in tonight. Well, you know who was here first tonight, man. He's always here first. Usually on this evening, he is usually the first one in the door. So we have to recognize the one, the only.
There are some who call me Tim.
Tim is too much, man. Yes, and I remembered to go live today, dude. Don't worry. We're live.
Cool.
We're live.
What's that shirt you're wearing?
What's that? My shirt? Uh-oh. He froze up. If you were talking about my shirt, it is a Spider-Man baseball shirt.
Baseball.
Yeah. Baseball been very good to me. Let's see. Tim said I recommend that someone I recommended to someone the Wild Geese. Did they like it? They seemed interested in seeing it. Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies. One of Danny's favorite movies too. It's great.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Good movie, no doubt.
I have today and tomorrow off. Very nice, very nice. And Das Wolfen is in here. Hylunder shaved. He doesn't look like Santa Claus anymore.
Yeah. That's my my Valentine's Day gift to my wife. I start growing it after our anniversary, and then for Valentine's Day I cut it off because she can't stand it. So yep, had to go.
So there it is, Valentine's Day at the Rivers household. At the Rivers compound, Dallas, right? Yeah, that's it.
Yes, Dallas.
All right, man, relax, boss. Shit.
Yo.
He's already on my ass, dude. What the hell? All right, boys and girls, you know what it is. First thing we do is the top of the heap. That's right. It's all those things that are on the top of the storylines. When you turn on the national news, this is what you're going to see most of the time. And you know how we start this one off.
Eject! Fire on the flight deck. This business will get out of control. It'll get out of control, and we'll be lucky to live through it.
All right, Henry Thrun's in. He says, "Hail." Yeah, we got to keep our eye on the ball, boys and girls. Got to keep our eye on the ball.
No doubt, it's not going anywhere. That's for
That
sure.
little skirmish over there in the Ukraine, the war to glance. what we know on day 739, it's been more than 2 years, guys. More than 2 years. Zelensky urges West to deliver more air defense as at least 11 killed in Russian attacks. Germany investigates Moscow's apparent interception of military call discussing Ukraine. Whoa. Uh-oh. Wow. They intercepted a call. Uh-oh. That's not good. Sounds like security is lacking there at the Kremlin. But
I think they just figure everybody's moved on to the Middle East and nobody's paying attention. So,
right.
Somebody's always paying attention.
Henry Thrun says it's the war that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friends. Yep, no doubt, man. Hey, you know what I think of that thing? I think it's a big money laundering thing. But I mean, I wouldn't think that if there wasn't so much smoke before the war even started with the Bidens.
Yeah, and then
their fingers in that pie.
More money going to the thing, and more money going to the thing, and yeah, that's not going to stop. It's not going to end. It's I don't know how Ukraine wins that war now without NATO nations getting involved in that thing.
Yeah,
and that's the real concern.
Yeah, and it is the real concern, the escalation of things. Small Time Republic, how you doing, Matt? It's good to see you. If you just keep giving billions with no audit trail, the war will be won any day. Yeah, whatever. He's being sarcastic. Okay, also in the top of the heap on that side of the world, Putin's doomsday Satan II nuclear rocket hit by Western sanctions as mishap rocks Russia. What's this all about, Dan?
Well, I mean, it's their big mass weapon of mass destruction. And, with the sanctions, a lot of the electronics they need to produce this thing, they're not getting now.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that they do have, they haven't had a successful test yet anyway. And then the one time that they were wheeling this thing to the launch pad, the guy took the turn too fast, and anybody who's driven truck knows you can't take turns too fast.
Oh, yeah, that's
high loaded, so
that's a no.
Over, but yeah, the sanctions are doing their job in the aspect of supplies needed to. And this is a scary thing. I mean, you read that article. That's a scary weapon. But the apparently some of the electronics that they need to build this thing they can't get. So due to the sanctions, so that's a good thing. But even the thought of this thing, I mean, again, if you get a chance, anybody wants to look at that article, it's only made to do one thing.
This comes your way via Irish Star is where Microsoft got it from. So go check that out. It's
that is a scary weapon right there.
It's crazy shit. All right, next one. More crazy shit going on in Russia. Not only did this guy pass away in prison, the opposition leader, but now Alexei Navalny, excuse me, his opposition leader's lawyer briefly held in Moscow. What they arrested him too? What the hell, man?
Shamalama?
Him for? I mean, are they afraid they?
Okay, so note on this one: a lawyer for Russian opposition leader, blah blah blah, who died in prison this month, has reportedly been arrested in Moscow. Media sources, blah blah blah, was detained for violating public order.
Wow.
So look, if you
because he said
associated with opposition,
right? Because he was going against Pootie Tang, and we all know what's going to happen when Pootie Tang gets involved.
Got my dealers on the pepper tank.
Look, I respect anybody that publicly comes out against Putin. Anybody that comes out publicly against Putin knows that they've got to know that they're up against it. So they really take their life in their own hands. So
it's like going up against the Clintons, right? I mean, you're on the list, right?
A mouse fighting a gorilla.
That's about right. It's about right, man. So, also, let's take a look at what's going on with the elections here. Nikki Haley demands Donald Trump's legal cases be dealt with prior to 2024 election. We need to know what's going to happen. She wants all his legal stuff to be done, and I guess I don't know what the what she's hoping for there. Maybe she's hoping for a conviction so she can get the nomination. You know what I'm saying? Because there are only two left.
I don't know what she gains by coming out there and saying shit like that publicly, because her saying that publicly has got nothing to do with the wheels of justice and how that thing works out.
Nope.
And if it does, then, well, that just reaffirms the belief that you get the justice that you can afford. So,
let's see.
Matt she have the gain, who knows? Because she shot herself so many times in the foot along the campaign trail.
Yeah,
you know how she comes back from that, and I don't even know if Trump, which he's going to win the nomination, that's apparent.
Yeah.
Why would he bring her on board? Because she sounds like a freaking idiot. She really does. She sounds like a politician.
Well, everybody knows who I hope he brings on board if he gets the nomination, but that's just me. I hope my girl Tulsi Gabbard gets in there, but we'll see what happens. Matt from Small Time Republic says, I violated public order in college a couple of times. Oh, man. Yeah, I hear you. Few people do that in college, don't they? Speaking of the wheels of justice, Dan, prosecutors press judge for summer trial for Trump in classified documents case, but no date is set. The prosecutors want to start this thing in the summer, so he's going to have to spend most of his time at this thing. It's District Judge Alan Cannon did not set a trial date during the pivotal hours-long hearing at Fort Pierce, Florida. But the prosecutor wants him to set it for the.
How many states in total does he have litigation going against?
He's got 4 different. I don't know the number of charges, but I know he's got 4 different trials.
Yeah, so none of that's going to be wrapped up before the presidential election.
I don't think
none
so.
Of it.
No, not at all. Okay, let's see. What's next? Oh, yeah. I saw this one. Figured I'd put it up here. Police officer, court employee killed during Missouri home eviction, likely over taxes. Now, if you read this article, it's I got it off of ABC News, but basically it's one of those things where the guy it's probably over taxes, but they went in to serve the warrant, the eviction thing, and he started shooting when they opened the door. One of the court representatives was killed that was bringing the paperwork, and one of the police officers was killed. Yeah, it's a sad story. It really is. This process.
I'm seeing 2 faces. Which one was killed?
One was a police officer. 4 people were shot in the incident. 3 officers from Independence Police Department and 1 civil process server. The civil process server is the one that died. One of them that died, and one of the police officers. So, yeah, it was over $28,000. These people lost their lives. And this process was started a year ago to evict him.
He's getting evicted, right? He's losing his home, right?
Yes. And he's 68 years old.
So it's a little bit more than $28,000. Guys lose his home, but yeah. Well, what are you gonna do? I mean,
it's a shame.
You don't know the guy's finances. You don't know his life, and
it's the revenuers to the people who were being served. Yep, absolutely. Yep, sad. And then the last one here we got here. Joe Biden got $40,000 from China funds. Brother James admits in bombshell impeachment interview. This impeachment thing that they're gearing up for has turned over a lot of stones. I think you have an article on this later on too.
Yeah. It's a lot of smoke, a lot of fire there.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of it, let's see who goes to jail.
Nobody's
going to jail.
No.
You're just burning up a lot of taxpayer dollars.
Yes, absolutely. They sure are. Yeah.
We're on the hook for this freaking clown show, So
yep.
Yeah.
And nothing will happen, Tim says. Absolutely. Yep. For sure. Okay. Dude, really? I just finished the last article. Why?
Yo.
Why would you be riding?
Yo.
He says time for the jockstrap, bro.
Jockstrap, bro.
Time to check out what the millionaires are doing, man. what they're up to these days. You know, you
Yeah.
guys have to excuse my voice, man. My allergies are messing with me since I cut the yard for the first time this weekend, and wow, I'm paying the price apparently. So
Paying a heavy price, bro.
paying heavy price by that pollen. But anyway, yeah, man, the NFL Combine is going on right now. I don't even watch the Combine, but I did see that we had one of the fastest times ever at the Combine for 40-yard dash. 2024 NFL Combine results, highlights, blah, 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 blah. Fastest prospect ever, plus another rare feat. This guy right here, Xavier Worthy, who plays for Texas, hit 4.21 in the 40. That's a Combine record.
Yeah, it's not surprising to me, because
Yeah. And the next guy on that list was from
LSU.
LSU.
Game ends on the freaking Longhorns. They run off the field from the miserable losses. So, yeah, I'm not surprised that guy's the fastest guy on the field.
So they're running from. Wait. Are you telling me that the Longhorns run from being.
They are, man. In their last game of the season, that they were playing the SEC, and they get in there and lose to the freaking Oregon Ducks in the playoffs. Way to represent the SEC, freaking Donghorns.
Well, they did have a good year last year.
Oh, please.
The entire conference had a good year last year. Please. But Michigan ended up winning it.
Look, let me say this about the Combine, okay?
Yeah.
Which I've never watched. A bunch of dudes running around in spandex, half naked. What is going on there? What is it that you're going to see at the Combine that you can't see in 4 or 5 years of tape or whatever in today's age of technical whatever?
Well, from what I hear,
weird to me, a bunch of dudes running around in underwear. What's going on?
Well, two things, Dan. One, I think the most important thing, at least to Belichick, was the interview, finding out if the guy gets it or not. You know what I mean? That's a big thing for them.
I can get down with that.
But from what I've been hearing, man, less and less teams, head coaches are going to these things anymore. They said they see more of it on television.
They
don't even need to leave. Yeah,
you can look at any game, anywhere, at any time.
Mm-hmm.
There's no value in this freaking Combine. I don't know what the NFL gains by that. Does the ESPN still show that?
I don't know.
The fucking
I don't watch it.
Going on
I know NFL Network watches it. I do enjoy the fact that Rich Eisen is still doing his run for charity. He runs the 40 in a suit every year.
All I know is their target audience must be ladies and people batting for the same team. I guess.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Because I'm like, why am I watching? I would never watch that stuff. Yeah. I turned it on one time, like, ugh.
Well, one guy that's not at the Combine, one of your favorite players ever, Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Stares blankly after media chooses violence with first question at NFL Combine. What is this all about, man?
Oh, they question his ability to compete, and but the article says that he has consulted with his team, and they chose not to go to the Combine because they figured there's nothing that he could do at the Combine. He could only hurt his stock,
right?
Which I guess is true, because again, he's played like 3 years, 1 in Oklahoma and 2 at SC. If you want to see how that guy plays in different pressure situations, different down and distance, whatever, it's all right there in front of you. But then it goes on to say USC is having their pro day, and he's going to throw during that. So again, he can only hurt his stock, not do the Combine.
Yeah,
they're not going to do the Combine, but you're going to do the SC Pro Day. What is that all about? But bigger picture is the guy that wrote this article. I mean, he is in the bag, and for me, that's
in the bag for Caleb Williams. Yeah. Did we lose you? You still with me? Henry Thrun says, I have to go. Have a good one. Okay, man. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for stopping by.
You said he's in the bag. For
taking time out of your day. Appreciate that.
You said
if you read that article, that is not an objective journalist.
Yeah.
He's so far in the bag talking about how great he is, and blah, 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 blah. And I think you're going to see more and more of the, the decision that Caleb Williams and his team made.
Yeah.
You're going to see that more and more. I mean, they're getting paid at college level. Go and run the 40 at the combine. Maybe you blow a hamstring. Bust a freaking Achilles. I mean, you'd be doing that for free. So. I'm going to see more and more of those guys opting out. It's like pro bowlers opting out of the Pro Bowl. It's just obsolete.
Right. Das Wolfen says his dad has hurt his stock more than going to the combine would have. Yeah, I heard something about that.
Look, the guy can either play or not play. I mean,
yeah,
we'll find that out.
We will find that out. Yeah. I've always said the draft is a crapshoot. You don't know. You don't know how these guys are going to play. You don't know. Yeah. Hang on, let's see. I'll get to that one in a second. Shannon Sharp says that Cam Newton brawl would never have happened to Peyton and Eli Manning. Suggests racial element to fight.
Well, if you read that article, it's more of an indictment on, I just hate to say it, the black community, because, Eli and Peyton, they do the same.
Yeah, they have the same kind of camp.
Cam Newton, he promotes and funds these events to give people ability to showcase themselves. And you saw the video. He got attacked by like 4 different dudes, right? And Shannon Sharp saying that would never happen to Eli or Peyton at their events.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
and
he can speak to it better than I can. And the video,
right? Of course he can. We can't really speak to it, but to hear somebody like Shannon, who does not mince words when he talks, and is respected NFL Hall of Famer. I mean, I see where he's coming from. Yeah,
but that headline is misleading. That's why people
is misleading.
Read the article.
Absolutely. And a lot of these are, guys. They're just clickbait. Really, you got to really think about what you're looking at. Small Time says Caleb Williams wrote F Utah on his knuckles in the 2022 when they played Utah. The Utes proceeded to beat them. That's what happens. That's karma. But the funniest thing I heard about that fight with Cam Newton, first of all, he took all 4 of them out. None of them could even budge the guy. Of course,
well, he's such a big man.
He's such a big guy.
The idea that they're going to attack somebody,
right?
I mean, his team lost in an event, and there was a lot of trash talking, but it elevated to a physical, which is
it's dumb.
Nobody wins on that thing,
Nobody does. But what I thought was funny was the NFL memes guys said, Cam Newton took out four dudes looking like the Wicked Witch of the West.
He's got that big palm tree sticking out the top of his head, that hat he wears. He's a big man. That's no doubt.
Yes, he is. That is a big dude. That's never been an argument ever. I mean, okay. So
sucker punched him, man. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, come on, man. You looking for trouble. You're knocking on the wrong door right there. That's a big fella. Speaking of big fellas, especially in the business world, massive news in Jerry Jones' paternity lawsuit. Judge rules against Dallas Cowboys owner. He's going to have to take a paternity test, Dan.
Yes, he is.
Whoops.
And this has been going on for a long time, and he's been dodging that bullet. And that judge finally said, "No, you're going to have to take this paternity test." And look, he's paid out who knows how much money to the lady that he supposedly had the child with, and in what they call hush money, right? So he's been avoiding this, and look, it's going to come due. So he spent a lot of money to try to avoid this, and he's not going to be able to avoid it now.
The bill comes due, boys and girls.
At least, the judge is saying it, but he's got money and legal teams. He may never have to take that paternity test.
No. I mean, this is the first judge. I'm sure they're going to appeal it. He's not, he's going to buck this as long as he can. We're talking about the guy that owns the richest.
Owns.
Not in the NFL, in sports.
Yeah, it's huge, man. Huge machine they got going on there.
Yeah, you've been to that facility.
Oh, yeah. I mean, their practice facility, their field where they play their games. I mean, they want for nothing there. And that might be the problem why they don't win,
Yeah,
Valley Ranch,
you
at
know,
least
that
we were
discussion's been
outside.
coming up a lot lately. You know, how can you be hungry when you're treated like royalty?
Yep.
You know, yeah, and if that's the case, a friend of mine, I might have to grab that graphic and put it up here in a little while when we're watching a video or something. But they had the grades for each franchise
I heard
for
about
how they treat their people and
Yeah.
the facilities they have and all this good stuff. And hang on, I'll just pull it up real quick and tell you who the number one team was. And these are by players' ratings, what they've seen.
Yeah, I'd like to
Um,
know who the number one team is.
I'll tell you what, I will look that up. I'm pretty sure my man Knock sent that to me. I know I sound totally hideous, guys, so bear with me. But I will send this
You don't
through our
sound that
WhatsApp,
bad, dude. I mean,
and
shit.
I will bring that up in just a second. Right now, we want to talk about. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm not good at multitasking. Okay, just save it. Okay, there we go. All right. First step is done. All right. To wrap up the jockstrap this week, though, we had a couple of losses in the wrestling world this week.
Yeah.
WWE WCW legend dies at 61. This would be Michael Jones, formerly known as Virgil in WWE. He was the valet to the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. I believe I've got a picture of him. Well, the article doesn't have a picture of him, but I can pull one up real quick.
He was on our opening pick, wasn't he?
Yeah, exactly. But that's a video. That's not a picture. Hang on, I'll grab it though. Give me 1 second. I'll pop it up there. Let's see.
Uno momento, por favor.
Uno momento, por favor. Well, shit. I'll bring it up later. Yeah, I just thought for sure they'd have a picture of him in here. It's just dumb that they don't.
Does it not have his name in blue for a link that you could go to? No.
Yeah, hang on. We can search it right now. Hang on. Michael Jones.
There you go.
Search.
Web search.
And of course, we get that. But let's go right here and hit that. And we'll probably get a picture of him. Yeah, there he is.
There he is.
There he is. There he is. There's Virgil. That's him right there. He died at 61 years old. And
Man, that's just 5 years older than me.
I know.
That's sad.
It's young, man. It's young. But you know, his era of wrestler, I'm surprised Ted DiBiase's alive. You know what I mean? Those guys used roids and all that. I mean, how many guys that they wrestled with even made it to 61? A lot of them have gone the way of the dodo way earlier.
I think, the steroids, obviously some of these guys are using it. A lot of those guys were on coke, painkillers. I mean, chemical warfare for real. And, what they put their bodies through. Again, we've talked about this before. Professional wrestlers, entertainer wrestlers, they really put their body through rigors, man. That is not an easy task, right? So,
I didn't hear this one. Of course, I haven't been home today.
What?
Apparently, Chris Mortensen died today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out. Rip Chris Mortensen, Matt says.
That sucks.
Absolutely.
I was still watching ESPN when he was on the air.
Yep. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, me too.
We don't live
I'll look that up here in a second. The other wrestler we lost this week, guys, one of the original Four Horsemen, half of the Minnesota Wrecking Crew. Ole Anderson passed away at the age of 81. Now, this is a guy, I don't think he ever used steroids. This guy was all natural. You could tell, man.
Big dude,
He's just a big fella, man.
Yeah.
And I remember watching Ric Flair, Tully Blanchard, and the Andersons wreck some people in WCW, man. Woof.
But I remember
actually it was
WCCW
back then. It was World Class Championship Wrestling. Yeah. So, he's one of the greats. I love the friggin' mutton chops, man. That is badass.
I remember him as Minnesota Wrecking Crew, him and Arn. That's when I first saw Ole Anderson, and they were something to deal with. Yeah.
They always wore red shorts. They always wore red shorts every time they wrestled, man. It was their signature. Yeah. Pretty cool stuff, man. Pretty cool stuff. Let's see.
And I remember him being teamed up with Dusty Rhodes before Arn came into play.
Right.
Because Arn was really young when he came in.
Yes, he was. He was the older guy. Yeah. Yep. Das Wolfen says, not to mention the CTE from all the concussions. No doubt. We didn't know what that was all about until, shoot, not too long ago, about around the turn of the century. So, yep. So we'll toast to Virgil and Ole Anderson and Chris Mortensen, apparently. I didn't know about that one. Mhm.
You bet.
Okay. Yes, boss. I get it, man. Relax, will you?
Yo.
For some reason, every time we hire a producer, they feel like they got to yell at me.
Yo.
You know what we got coming next, guys? It's the flicks.
Oh,
It's the flicks. Yeah. It's Luke getting nuked,
it's
right?
the gold diaper. It's
the
old
golden
guy.
diaper. It's the whole 9 yards. Yes, sir. And we have the weekend predictions.
Man.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir.
I watched the Star Wars the other day with this one of the reboots. It's when the grandson of Darth Vader made his appearance, and the Millennium Falcon came back into play, and Solo, he came back into the scene, and it was it's a good movie because I think it followed the same kind of formula that the first Star Wars.
Are you talking about The Force Awakens?
That might be it.
Yeah, the one with the girl in it.
Yes,
and the Black Stormtrooper.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's The Force Awakens. That basically is the first Star Wars movie retold.
Oh, that was a great movie. I dug that. You know, they stuck with a formula that works, and I thought it was good.
And then it completely went off the rails with the next two.
Yep.
No doubt. Okay, so we got the box office predictions for this weekend. Let's take a look at that. Dune 2 looks like it's going to pull down $81 million.
$81 million.
$81 million, yes. I went and saw it today, and I can tell you it is a good movie. Now, I have heard some of the people that are big fans of the book are upset by the way it ended, but I thought it was cool as hell. I thought it was really good. So I'm looking at it as a guy that just likes good science fiction movies and good, stories and stuff.
So you didn't read the books?
No, I didn't read these books, man.
Okay.
Was
it long?
Yeah, they're big books. They're like reading Tolkien, dude.
But I mean the movies. Are they long movies?
Oh yeah, this thing's like 2 hours and 45 minutes, man. We went into the theater at 1:00 and didn't get out till 4. So yeah, they're long movies, absolutely. Let's see. Tim says,
"Well, I haven't seen them, but the way you talk about it, I think you have to watch them." So,
yeah, it's not the same as the ones that we saw. The one from 1984 by David Lynch. I like it, but I can see why some people have a problem with it because it's really they compressed it. It's really it's telling too big a story in 2 hours. But I kind of like the way the way this one's going. I really like it a lot. It's pretty intense, and the director Villeneuve, I love. I love Sicario. I love The Arrival was a cool one. I thought that was a neat one that he did. I just like his style. I really do. You might have.
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Do they say the spice must flow?
No, that line is never said. No.
Then I may have to watch them.
It was so funny when you texted me and said, "I really don't care if the spice flows or not." Yeah. It's pretty funny.
I may have to check them out then.
Yeah. Well, I know you like the director because I knew you were a fan of Sicario. And imagine a science fiction story told through that lens. It's really good, man. The guy's a really good storyteller. He really is. Okay. Second on the list is Bob Marley, again, making $7 million. Ordinary Angels at $3.8 million. Madam Web and The Chosen fill out the top.
Nothing has a lot of staying power, does it?
No, it doesn't. Not a lot. I mean, people you're going to have an event to bring people to the movies these days. This is the first one I've gone to see since I went and saw Beekeeper.
Yeah.
It's the first one.
With social media the way it is, word of mouth is like instantaneous. So
yeah.
These can't be just monster movies that people are just overly impressed by, And
let's face it, Dan, a lot of the movies they're making are caca at their core. Yeah, big time. But yeah, that's what they were predicting was 80 million for this one. And like I said, this is an adult show, man. It's don't know that. I mean, this is a PG-13 movie, but it's like razor thin towards being an R-rated movie. You know, if they flash some flesh and threw a little more blood in there, I could see it being rated R. Because
that dude right there played Willy Wonka in the new Willy Wonka movie. So
right, yeah,
he's got a couple big movies out. I don't know what he did before. I'm sure he did something.
yeah.
Wait, I guess he was in the first Dune movie.
Yeah, he was in the first Dune movie. Yep.
Okay,
absolutely.
So he started the spice flowing, whatever. So
he Clay Thomas says hails. Yeah, the only thing I saw him in before those two movies was that one. Oh my God, Daniel, did you see the Netflix movie Don't Look Up? Did you see that thing?
No.
About there was a comet coming to hit the planet, and Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence are in it, and you just have to watch it, Daniel. It's a comedy, and it will crack you the fuck up. It's called Don't Look Up, and you just have to see it, dude. It's funny. Anyway, he's a kid in the movie that somebody runs into in a convenience store, ends up hanging out with.
Really?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of boycotted Netflix after they lost the range to the Daredevil series and the Punisher series, and I'm like, you know what?
It wasn't their fault. Disney bought them. That's why they. That's why they're not doing them anymore,
tough
man.
One to track, isn't it? Disney. When Disney comes calling, that's it.
That's it for your stuff. Yeah, no doubt. Tim says, "Don't look up." So I shouldn't look up then, right? Yeah, exactly. So a lot of films today use the technical term "crap." Hey, man, I just think
crap,
a lot of them that come out now is caca.
Crap.
All right.
Speaking of crap,
yeah. The Marvel star Brie Larson shares a blunt response when asked about her future as Captain Marvel. It looks like she's
been a
on
negative thing since she's become into the Marvel universe. I dug her first movie, but man, that actress.
Well, she shot herself in the foot in doing the promos for the first Captain Marvel movie because she really just sounded like she was completely lost when it came to the fans. But here in the interview that they did with her, when she was asked about the future of Marvel, of her character in Marvel, she said, "I don't have anything to say about that." That's all she said. That was it. You know. If you look at the whole interview, she says, "I don't want Marvel to come for me, but there is definitely something to answer your question that I would want to say, but I am not going to." So
Thanks for the vagueness and the fog.
Yeah,
why don't you go away?
That's somebody that doesn't want to get
else into that thing.
Shanghaied right there. Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me.
She's a mess, man. Her handlers probably told her to keep her mouth shut because anytime she really opens her mouth, she's poisoned. And the people that she was working with on the cast, I don't know that I've heard anything positive coming from any of the people that she was on those movies with.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, man. She's a talented actress. She's won an Academy Award. I just don't think she needs to be in superhero movies. You know what I mean? That's kind of like Taika Waititi, the guy that made the last couple of Thor movies. His stuff is funny as hell if you watch it, but he doesn't need to be doing comic book movies at all. You know what I mean? He's the boy that turns your boy the Hulk into a joke. I mean, it's it's horrible. Some of these people don't need to be touching these properties at all. You know.
Well, I've always said, and I've said this before, that their target audience is not the fans of these comic books. I don't know who it is, but it's not the fans of these comic books.
They're not made for you and me. No. They're not. Yeah.
So.
Speaking of superhero movies, maybe going sideways, take a look at the new Crow, dude. They've gone and Joker-fied the Crow. Vanity Fair article that came out recently had some first looks at the guy. It's Stellan Skarsgård's brother. I can't remember his. Yeah, Bill Skarsgård. It's going to be playing.
Skarsgård.
The Skarsgårds.
Skarsgårds.
Check it out, man.
Well,
looks like the Crow, hey?
They got to make him more up to date, right? So how you do that? You put tattoos all over him. So there you go.
See, Tim, Don't Look Up was enjoyable. Yeah, it was. It was. So she could play Bigfoot? Yeah. If you've ever seen her on Instagram, man, she's got huge feet. But yeah, this is the current version of the Crow. He looks like Jared Leto's Joker, is what he looks like.
He looks like a crackhead.
Yeah, pretty
The
much.
mechanic. He looks like
Yeah.
Christian Bale as the mechanic.
Well, let me ask you something. This guy's supposed to strike fear in people. Would you be afraid of this guy?
You say, hey, here's some money. Go get something to eat. You know?
Right?
Okay.
Here, go
There's
get a
rehab centers.
Go get a toothpiece and a biscuit, man.
Look, the little bitty ones, the ones that are just off kilter, those are the ones you got to be scared of, though, because their level will do anything.
Right. I hear you. We had, let's see. We got Danny got us some information about some comic books coming up. Apparently, Superman versus Spider-Man is back. DC and Marvel are reprinting the coveted crossover comics.
Yes, and that just brought back a lot of good memories. I remember that picture specifically right there.
Oh, you know, man. Remember the last picture you and I took together by a professional?
Yep.
We were both in tuxes. You were all the way out there, and I was standing just like that.
Yeah.
The classic Spider-Man pose. That's it, man.
I remember that. That was a good crossover, I guess full length kind of a comic.
It was that big, giant sized,
great story, great artwork.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Freaking.
Yeah, it was a good one. So they're going to be redoing that. So that's cool.
It's drawn by my favorite comic book artist ever, Ross Andrew. So yeah, this is the guy that drew Spider-Man during the late 70s, early 80s, and I guess the most famous thing he ever did, Dan, was
really yes.
Yeah, I dug everything he did, but his most famous cover of Amazing Spider-Man is probably 129. It's the one where the Punisher is introduced. It's the one where he's holding the rifle and and you see through his scope Spider-Man trying to jump away from the bullets. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm glad to see that.
My favorite picture from that particular comic book is the one where Spider-Man does all those bounds, jumps in front of Superman and hit him like I don't know how many times.
Yeah, he's rat-a-tat-tatting his abs, and then he walks away in his face. Yeah, because the shit's. Yeah, he's standing there. Classic superhero pose. And Spider-Man's going to town on his stomach, and then he walks away with his hands just flaming. He's like, "Oh God!" Because what it was is during
behind
the fight.
Him, you know, he's in obvious pain. He probably broke his hands. Or something.
Right, Lex Luthor had shot him with a kryptonite ray, and that's why Spider-Man was able to even get in some licks in the fight. Right, and then it wore off, and he was in pain. Yeah, it was really cool. I love that one too. But anyway, it'll be cool. It'll be cool to see that. But I'd like to get the original though. I'd like to find a copy of the original one, man. That would be worth more than the reprint. But if you haven't seen it, it's great artwork. You should check it out. No doubt about it. Tim says The Crow. If only Brandon Lee didn't die. No shit. He was. How weird is that? That family was cursed. Both the father and the son were on the verge of just the biggest careers in Hollywood and taken away just like that, you know. I don't know if you heard, Dan, but it was revealed by Chuck Norris in an interview not too long ago. His actual cause of death. You know, there was all these rumors of, you know, the Chinese syndicate killing him and all this other stuff because he was teaching martial arts in a time when it wasn't cool to teach it to non Chinese. And
right.
Anyway, turns out it was a friggin' thing that we've heard happen to a lot of celebrities, man. He had a headache and he was taking antibiotics at the time, and somebody gave him something for the headache. And the mixture of the antibiotic and this drug that the person gave him for the headache put him in a coma. Yep, it was a dangerous cocktail. Put him in a coma, and he died. Yeah. So that by the way, guys,
people think they're
not me saying it. Chuck Norris said that in an interview.
Immortal do things without really.
Yep.
You see that a lot with people, you know, famous, rich, and powerful. They think they can self-medicate and just do whatever, and they don't really consult. like they should, and then we lose people.
And
There you
it's a shame, man. It really is. Okay, let's see. Oh, hang on 1 second. I have made a mistake here. No, I did not. Yes, I did. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. It'd take me just a second to find this thing real quick. Oh my God. Daniel, I can't believe I blew it on this. Here we go. Here's the next one we need right here.
I can.
I know you can believe
Dead
it.
air.
Dead air. It's here. Get over it. It's just the way it is. Okay? It's just the way it is.
Joe's atmosphere / dead air sphere. Joe's dead air sphere.
Give me a break, Homer. Give me a break. Okay, let's see. There it is. And
you have to give Joe John a pass today because he went and saw that movie, and then he's really had to throw this thing together
at the last second. Yes, I did. Richard Lewis.
I won't give him a break. Everybody else needs
everybody else give me a break, but Danny never will. Let's see.
Richard
Lewis, comedian and Curb Your Enthusiasm actor, died dead at the age of 76. It's a damn shame.
I really dug his stand-up where he was sitting at was he sitting at a piano? He had that list, and he was just going through that list, doing his stand-up, and really intelligent guy. It's really amazing comic, like the typical self-hating comic, you know. And
that's it. Self-deprecating humor is what it's called,
man.
and he was the best at it, man.
He was by far the best at it.
He loved to make jokes about himself, man. Make himself the butt of the joke. It's pretty damn funny. He usually his trademark all black shirt, black tie, black jacket. Everything was just doom and gloom with him. You know, he just didn't know what to do. And
his show back in the day, I think it was in the 80s, man. It really stuck with me, and I'd have to go back and watch it, but really I was amazed by the way he was just able to go through that and just quick, you know.
It's very funny.
Yeah, I was a big fan of his.
So cheers to him. We we lost a great one in Richard Lewis.
Yeah.
All right. God, boss, come on. I can have a drink with my brother. What the?
Yo.
He said it's time to figure out why this chick is trying to put makeup on in a 8.9 earthquake, dude.
What
did you say? What exactly did you just say?
Okay. That's it, man. She is dedicated, dude.
Yeah, she is.
Earthquake or no, she is going to try to get that makeup on.
Yes, she is.
That's dedicated.
She is. All right, boys and girls. Well, the first one we got tonight was almost the Simple Jack Award winner. A man killed girlfriend and left body in a ravine after she refused to pay his loan shark debts. What? Excuse me?
Yeah. Sad, man. Well, yeah, that's exactly what happened. Yeah. She wouldn't pay his debts and killed her, wrapped her up in a blanket, and threw her into a ravine. That's how this young lady, that's how she left, man. So, yeah. He's doing time for sure, but what a waste,
crazy,
right?
Man. That is crazy.
You can't pay my bills. Oh, okay. Boom. Wrap, throw in a ravine like she's trash. Yep, that's how she went out.
You go, Tim. You go.
My dick.
Yeah, apparently that guy didn't think they were nice enough.
So remorseful.
Yeah, Tim is remorseful, as you can tell. Yes, he's very remorseful. Let's see. Now, this one here, Dan. Oh, my God. Google CEO Sundar Pichai, I guess, says its AI app problems are completely unacceptable. Now, everybody's heard of this, I'm sure. Their AI app, Gemini, was making a few mistakes, boys and girls. They shut down the audio, or excuse me, not the audio, but the visual portion of it when things like this popped up, when they were saying, well, you know, we'd like a German soldier from World War II. Okay, here you go. Yeah. The Yahtzees were well known for this, weren't they, Dan? I mean, you had George Washington looking like he was African American and stuff. I mean, this is all stuff it was producing. This Google app, Gemini is what it's called. Gemini AI.
That last
And,
one was really scary, dude.
yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Isn't this awesome? I mean, what? Well, the Yahtzees hired Asians too, right? I mean, yeah, these are pictures that were popped out when they decided to use the AI. So yeah, he said it's completely unacceptable. In an email he sent out, he says, "I want to address the recent issues with the problematic text and image responses in Gemini app. I know that some of its responses have offended our users and shown bias. To be clear, that's completely unacceptable, and we got it wrong," is what he was saying. So, yeah, they've shut down the art part of it to make adjustments to it, but the I've been hearing way too many stories about it's.
I am unfamiliar with this, by the way. I don't even know what. we're talking
Look it up, Dan. Gemini, the Google AI app. Check it out. You're going to find out that there's who is it? Knock was telling me that he looked up different college programs who started, and it turns out that like 2 guys started every college program in the United States.
Word.
Football.
Okay. Yeah.
That kind of shit. It's just really, you can tell that it's been given a definite bias by the guys that wrote it. Yeah, if you understand what I'm saying. Excuse me. I'm sorry, guys.
That tool
and
will
this
be
is why
used to rewrite history, I bet. So.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm sure. And this is the thing. This is why I always tell people, this isn't the AI you think it is. You know what I'm saying? This is still programmed by people. It is not self-learning or anything. All it's doing, it's only going to do what the people that wrote it tell it to do. That's not artificial intelligence. I'm sorry. It's just not.
No.
It's just, it's just computer trying to give you what you want.
Well, yeah, it's going to go by the parameters that you're giving it. So, if it spits out some shit like that, then you have to go look at the program.
There were non-European members of the SS. Yes, there were, but I don't think any of them look like that. That's for sure.
No, I don't think so. I don't think they were allowed to.
I don't think Aryan Nation would. Yeah, right. I don't think Aryan Nation would have any.
They have very strict rules for what they found acceptable.
All right, and here's my brother's favorite guy right here. Yeah, after years of denials, Hunter Biden finally acknowledges Joe was the big guy in the $5 million China deal. This is more stuff from that from the impeachment stuff. Yeah, nice. Like we didn't know who he was talking about when he said the big guy. Come on.
Yeah, I mean he finally, but again, he admits it. This is who's referring to, and the guy is definitely part of whatever negotiations were going on. First son Hunter Biden affirmed during the Wednesday impeachment inquiry deposition that his father Joe was the big guy, referencing in an email about businesses deal with Chinese state-linked energy firm that yielded millions for the Biden family members and associates, but rejected the notion that the president was ever penciled in for a 10% take.
Wow.
He got like 30.
Wow.
But yeah, and I think that the energy company was actually based in Louisiana. Yes, sir. I believe
that's
they were.
Not surprising at all. We talk about corruption all the time. It's like Mississippi and Louisiana are in a constant battle to see who's more corrupt.
Yeah, but we're the boot. We kick the shit out of everybody. So there you go.
Tim says in another news, Joe, when you talked about Hunter, water is wet and the sky is blue.
Yep. There you go.
Right? Oh man, check this out, Dan. Check this one out. Another New York Post article. Scientists claim smoking gun evidence in COVID-19 internationally created by researchers in Chinese lab.
No.
This
really?
has been the running theory for a long time, but now it's saying that let's see, Richard Ebert, a molecular biologist at Rutgers University, was quoted saying in a new Wall Street Journal article that the virus had killed millions. Man-made Chinese Wuhan Institute of Virology. He cited evidence found in a 2018 document from the lab that talked of making such a virus. Yeah.
That's supposed to be new news? That sounds like old news to me.
It sounds like old news, doesn't it? Yeah. That's been the running theory for a long time.
And again, my question to you will be, who's going to jail?
Nobody.
For murder on a mass scale.
Right?
Nobody.
Yep. Let's see.
The face of that whole thing, Dr. Kevorkian, he's not going to jail.
Right.
So
this one cracked me up, man. Leonardo DiCaprio's 3-word response to Playboy model 22 when she turned down actor's invite to go home with him. Yeah, she told him no.
He said, after a makeout session, he's old and creepy. There you go.
Yeah. This chick right here said he's old and creepy.
What are we supposed to take from that picture?
Right? What are we supposed to learn
personality?
Here? So apparently, Leonardo to the youngsters is old and creepy.
How did Leonardo strike out with the Playboy bunny, man?
Right? How does that happen? I thought you just had to have money, right? Isn't that it?
That's not very good, bro.
Duh. Yeah, this one right here I thought was interesting. No, they dropped that. Yeah, right here. FBI raids 2 homes. Yeah, right. Danny, why do you do that when I'm not on that page? Why do you do that? I don't get it. Now I got to look for it.
Oh, I'm just speaking.
Now I got to look for it.
That's not run that thing. I'm just. Stop that. I'm going to have to look into these settings, man, because if I had it, man, I'd run those videos, dude.
You know you would.
I'd be popping them up all the time.
Let's see. FBI raids 2 homes.
A man to see what I can do.
FBI raids 2 homes belonging to New York City Mayor Eric Adams, Director of Asian Affairs. Good Lord. You gotta be kidding me. Confirmed the agents carried out morning raids at 2 of the Bronx addresses, which records show are owned by Winnie Greco, a former fundraiser for Adams, who now serves as Director of Asian Affairs. Wow. That's not good for the New York mayor.
What was the warrant for? What was the warrant for?
Let's see. Federal sources also confirm the raids.
Fundraising. All about fundraising.
I'm sure it is.
Fundraising.
According to a report published by the local news outlet, Greco demanded that the city employee complete free renovations in his home when he was supposed to be working. Oh, shit. Apparently, it has to do with him stealing some funds, man, the wrong way. A little bit of fraud going on there. A little bit of fraud.
How did that not get into the best and brightest, man?
Right. That should have been in the best and brightest, shouldn't it? Yeah. Well, you do the best and brightest. I ain't going to mess with your stuff. Mm-hmm. And then the last one we got here, this is proof to me that, DeSantis did the right thing dropping out. He's got work to do in Florida. DeSantis signs legislation to authorize the release of Jeffrey Epstein's grand jury documents. Oh, boy. Nice. There's going to be some people quaking in their boots about that, I'm sure. But once again, who's going to go to jail?
We'll never see any of that stuff. Nobody
but I like the fact that there's Epstein's people trying to expose it.
Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here? Really?
Keep trying. Maybe something will stick. Spaghetti on the wall.
Nothing to see here.
There you go. I mean,
oh, me. Well, man, this nose thing is messing me up, Dan. Okay, boys and girls, guess what?
Do what I do. Just shove Kleenex up your nose. Just shove it up your nose.
Shove it up there, huh?
I call it
nose. Trying to suck it up. Yeah.
Nose pump.
Yeah, I could be a meathead. Yeah, yep. I could. Yeah, I could. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, boys and girls. Now,
Run all
We
over
got-
you. It's up to you.
You go, man.
I mean,
Now it's time for that section of the show that's becoming my brother's favorite. Really, he's got a whole bunch of them this week. He wants to talk about those folks that go represent us all over the state,
Jesus.
the country, and they're our best and brightest. The best and brightest. That's right.
Man,
And to
that's
start off the best and brightest, just to put you in the right mood for this section, because really, you got to laugh at these things. You really do, don't you, Dan? Or you go crazy.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You got to laugh at these things. Check out what our special correspondent, the Henna Bro, sent us from Facebook.
Y'all gotta forgive me, I'm a little distracted. This is the first show I've ever done with an interpreter. This is fucking cool right now. Well, I'm trying to learn shit. Retard. Democrat. This is the same thing. It's the same thing. Democrat. Retard. Democrat. Dude, you gotta be
Oh, it's so bad.
Are you kidding me? I will not set this up, Democrat. It's the same thing. I quit. Mommy, good night. I love it.
That is funny.
That's
dude.
right, boys and girls. You got to laugh at this stuff, man, because if you
That is-
don't, it will drive you absolutely up the
No
wall.
doubt.
Really
No
will.
doubt.
All right, boys and girls, let's take a look at the first one we got here. I have to reshare it because I like to get rid of the audio so I don't step on
We've talked about this lady before, dude.
controversial Democrat mayor under investigation after wild triads. Is that what it says? Triads, police raids, and lavish spending.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh. What are we talking about here, Dan?
Now, just to recap, this is the same mayor that passed the bill in the city council saying anybody that holds the mayoral position moving forward will only make $25,000 a year.
Oh,
She, as a mayor, is pocketing $225,000 a year. So the idea is she did that to keep anybody from running against her. So
Right.
now she's she's lavish spending on her own personal gains. She's got, if the local businesses didn't donate to her election campaign, she's got the police raiding their businesses, taking
good
away.
Lord.
Oh yeah, Gestapo tactics with this lady, man, calling people out in the city council. Really, yeah. So she's going through taxpayer money and really being like a dictator type thing. So yeah, that lady right there is really making a name for herself. But now she's I believe she's under investigation by
FBI investigation. Her name is Democratic Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
Now she's under investigation by the town and the FBI.
Yikes.
So she's about to, yeah.
Best and brightest,
Gonna get
baby.
sacrificed.
Best and brightest. AOC slammed for reaction to New York Police Department dancers crew performance. Useless, harmful politician. What is that all about, dude?
Well, the police department, they put together just like a team building video. Taxpayer dollars were not spent on this thing, and she slammed him for doing it. One person chimed in. AOC slammed her reaction to the MPD performance. Useless, harmful politician. You know, she was like, money was spent, taxpayer dollars, to make this video, and they didn't spend any taxpayer dollars. A quote from a person surrounding the story. One person chimed in. Meanwhile, because of AOC's policies, New York City is spending billions on illegal immigrants. Someone asked, how many school music programs could we fund if we got rid of useless, harmful politicians like her? So on one hand, she's forking out a lot of money to house, home, and feed illegal immigrants. And on the other side of that coin, there's schools being closed, programs not being funded, and then she's going to call out. It's just hypocrisy again. That's all it is.
Super
Typical political
hypocrisy, man.
And we get we vote, we pay for it.
And yeah, once again, she's a representative, and that doesn't even do research into what she's talking about. She's accusing them of using taxpayer dollars when they did it on their own.
It's all about just
man,
blowing her mouth off, just talking.
Yikes, man! What phrasing, Dan? Phrasing. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Ex-partner of Trump's Georgia prosecutor once texted that DA Fannie Willis absolutely started dating Nathan Wade before he was hired. Yeah, this has been ongoing right here, man.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
so notes from this ex law partner of the special prosecution in Georgia criminal case against former President Donald Trump acknowledged at a court hearing on Tuesday that he previously said in text he believed the top prosecutor absolutely.
Yeah. Looks like Dan, we lost you for a good 10 seconds there, buddy. We lost you for a good 10 seconds there. After the word absolutely.
Okay. Again, I'll go through this ex-law partner for the special prosecution in Georgia criminal case against former President Donald Trump acknowledged at a court hearing on Tuesday that he previously said in text he believed the top prosecutor absolutely started dating the Fulton County District Attorney before she hired him to lead the high-profile case. So
yeah,
there's a lot of compromise happening there, and there's investigations going on, and all that's going to do is muddy the waters as far as that prosecution goes, and it'll drag that thing out. So that speaks to what we were talking about before, the idea this thing is going to get handled really quickly. I just don't see that.
No, they're going to drag this out till past the election on purpose. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Now this cracks me up right here. I mean, this was my brother's favorite subject last year. He likes imitating this guy during.
Well, this is why we came up with the best and brightest segment anyway, because of Mitch McConnell.
McConnell will step down
in our government right here
as the Senate Republican leader in November after a record run in the job. And what I thought was funny about this article is it said you got to know when it's time to step down. I'm exactly. Dude, you think you might have got a clue about what 8 months ago?
The quote is, one of life's most unappreciated talents is to know when it's time to move on to life's next chapter, he said. That's Mitch McConnell. So I stand before you today to say that this will be my last term as Republican leader of the Senate. He should have known 10 years ago, but he's not making that decision anyway. It's those people that hold his hand and say, hey, Mitch, are you done talking? Those are the ones that are in power, not him.
Yeah.
So he's run out. His battery has run out on them, so they've got to change lanes,
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, whoever replaces him is going to be like-minded. So
yeah. Okay, let's see. The last one Dan's got here: Texas law allowing police to arrest migrants suspected of being in country illegally, blocked by federal judge.
Yeah, federal judge in Austin has blocked that law from coming to fruition. It was supposed to, I think it started, going into effect this Tuesday, maybe this week, but a federal judge in Austin decided to rule against it. So for me, basic Constitution, states' rights is being infringed on here. A federal judge is coming in and say, I know this is what the state wants to do, but they're not going to be able to do it. So that's going to be a problem. I'm telling you, moving forward, for this country to maintain what it's supposed to be, it's either going to be states' rights or it's not. And we see more and more of these types of things where federal judges are stepping in and telling the states, no, you can't do that. It's not the way that's supposed to work.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not. Yeah. Especially, I struggle with this sometimes, especially with the Second Amendment.
We put them in office, man. So.
Yep. Once again,
best and brightest.
That's them, the best and the brightest. I love
I mean,
that one chick in the back going, "Get out of here!"
honest to God, dude. I love that video, man.
All right, boys and girls. Okay, boss, relax, man. Relax.
Yo.
We're gonna get to it, man.
Yo.
Walter
You know,
Concrete.
It's one of his favorite parts of the show, though, because you get to see people really getting KO'd. if you will.
Juiced.
Yeah,
Juiced.
he
they say.
get your cup ready. I'm like, buckle your chin strap, get your pads on, because boys and girls, it's time to turn out the lights.
I have the utmost respect for Kurt Warner for going in there. I have the utmost respect for Kurt Warner for going in there.
Oh, Bomb McCray.
Lennox Lewis paralyzed
Yeah, he did.
Rockman.
boys.
Paralyzed.
I mean, his knees didn't even buckle. He just went right over.
No.
Whoa, arm straight out. Just
He was
boom.
done, man.
Look him out,
Nasty
man.
1-2 punch. Pow, pow.
Yep, that's a killer combination right there. All of them hits are vicious. Even my boy Steve Larben's buckle 5
Steve
ass.
Larson launched his man, dude, and recovered the football.
And recovered the ball. That's right. He forced the fumble and
Bobby
recovered.
McCray had no interest in recovering anything.
Wasn't worried about recovering anything. Maybe, picking up his his mouthpiece and handed it back to him.
Picking up that extra check after the game.
That check they were handing out for what? A grand, I think it was. Some shit.
Cash money.
Yeah, for that nickel he was going to earn.
He searched him out like the Terminator, dude.
All right, boys and girls. My final word tonight is on the movie industry here in Shreveport, Louisiana. Now, you know that Curtis 50 Cent started a new movie production film studio here. We reported on that over the last few months. And now it looks like we're going to have one called the 318 Film Studio. That's the name of it.
It's like what? Who's the money behind that, dude?
Well, the money behind that is a bunch of independent filmmakers. Let's see.
Curtis Jackson.
Local filmmakers have announced they're launching 318, the numeral 3, 1 ONE, and then 8 films, which is 318 is the area code here, guys, if you don't know that. It's North Louisiana area code. A shareholder-owned, locally run film studio in Northwest Louisiana, funded by Shreveport Bossier's filmmakers and entrepreneurs. This is a conglomeration of guys getting together and starting a studio up here.
Entrepreneurs.
Entrepreneurs, that's it. So,
as Ernest P. Worrell used to say,
anytime we see this kind of an influx, that's really, really good for the economy, because people are going to be coming here and doing filming and stuff like that. I remember right after Katrina, a lot of the stuff that was being filmed in New Orleans moved up here, and it was really great for the economy. I think Rhonda, when she was nursing, she was in like 7 different movies as an extra. I even did one with her in a Michael Douglas film because I'm a big fan of his.
Hey, maybe between that and 50 Cent's production, maybe they can get businesses to come back into that area, man, because the populace there, Bossier, Shreveport, they need
jobs and stuff. Yeah, no doubt.
Jobs.
We need some good manufacturing jobs to come back. That's what we need.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you know this or not, Dan. I didn't cover it on the show, but the GM plant burned not too long ago. They had a fire there. Yeah. So, they've been talking about for years trying to get a tenant in there, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it caught fire about a month ago, I want to say.
Yeah, somebody made money on the insurance. That's why it burned down.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, it wasn't open to anything, Yeah. So, anyway, okay. Now, boys and girls, it is time for that award my brother likes to give out every week, the Simple Jack Award winner. And that award goes to that person or entity or department of the government or foreign country that's trying to do the right thing. They just can't quite get it done, the Simple Jack Award. And this one this week is going out to I guess who sent this thing up? I'm not sure. But the headline reads, Moon landing goes sideways. Odyssey's mission will be cut short after craft tipped over.
It's a Houston-based private company that launched this thing, and flight controllers are exposed. Contact Tuesday or Wednesday with Odyssey. I don't even think I'm pronouncing that right. Lunar lander, just days after it toppled over while completing a historic moon landing. So,
okay, you froze up again, but I think it's pronounced Odysseus. Now that I'm looking at it, buddy, I think it's Odysseus.
My stream, back here sucks tonight. But as it landed, it must have been still in motion, and as it landed, they're saying it flipped a rock and just
went straight over.
Side.
Yeah.
So I mean, billions of dollars to get this thing to the moon, and then you can't land the stupid thing, and it falls on the side. And of course, that affects their ability to gather information, what they wanted to do.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, is it a victory? Look, it's trash. I don't even know if it's going to be able to launch to come back. So basically, we're making the moon a junkyard now, I guess. But we've got all this money and all this intelligence, and we can't land this thing. It ends up on its side. So they go full retard on a freaking interstellar scale
level.
And that's all I have to say about that.
Never go full retard.
They went full retard.
They went full retard.
Galaxy saw us fucking that up. So there you go.
Well, here's the thing.
Well done. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Well done.
You don't have a guy in the chair, right? You don't have a guy in the chair.
You got a guy playing Final Fantasy over here on this monitor, and on this monitor, he's landing the fucking thing, right?
Right. Yeah.
He's probably busy over here just casting spells. Oh shit! Oh damn!
This man is playing Galaga. Thought we wouldn't notice.
There you go.
Oh, we did.
Right? That guy right there. Yeah. So.
Never go full retard.
Well done.
All right, boys and girls, that's it for our show this evening. Let me let you know what's going on with the channel. Of course, you're watching the Brothers Hack the Matrix. We do this every Sunday evening at 5 p.m. Central Time. Be sure to come check us out. This is our new time, and I really like the new time. I think it's great. I just had to go to the movies today, so I was kind of backed up against it, but I think we did fine anyway. Then later on this evening, it's not going to be on tonight, but coming soon, the MFR Roadhouse with Jed, Sam, Ruben, and myself is going to be coming your way on Jed's channel. So we can keep your eyes open for that. I don't have thumbnails for them because, once again, I was up against the clock, but you can check me out Monday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Mindfield's channel when Gary and I do No Way Out. It's a Kevin Costner classic movie about espionage in the White House. Very cool movie. The guy I loved in that movie was Will Patton. You remember him, Dan? I think probably the most famous line he ever uttered was, "Man, what are you doing with a gun in space?"
The gun in space.
But he plays Gene Hackman's assistant in that movie, and he is just off the chain. Crazy. But anyway, we'll be talking about No Way Out on Military Monday on Pop Culture Mindfield's channel at 10 a.m. And then we're just having a roundabout about music tomorrow night on It's Only Talk and Roll at 4 p.m. on That 70s Rock Fans channel. So be sure to tune in for that. If you're into the music, we're going to be talking about all kinds of stuff we dig about music. Okay. And then on Tuesday night, it's Papa Joe Gamer After Dark, video games, cocktails, and fails. Do it at 10 o'clock on Tuesday nights and 11 o'clock on Wednesday nights. So come check it out. I believe I'm playing... I know Wednesday I'm going to be playing Injustice 2. And I think, this Tuesday I'm going to be playing Beyond Two Souls. It's one of my favorite games. So check that out. On Tuesday at 10 p.m. Central and Wednesday at 11 p.m. Central, And then, of course, Wednesday, it's State of the Atmosphere, the show where we do all the pop culture stuff. all the movies we dig and stuff. And this week, we're definitely going to have a Dune review. A few of us have gone to see it, so we're definitely going to be doing a review of Dune this Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time on State of the Atmosphere. And then, of course, shortly after that is Pal World. Wait a minute. No. He's going back to, let me see. Do I have it here? Yeah. He's going back to Uncharted this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefield's channel. Game night with John Das Wolfen. He's going to be playing Uncharted. And don't forget, he also does it on Fridays. He does Detroit Become Human on Fridays. So check that out Wednesdays and Fridays at 8 p.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefield's channel. And then, of course, you see me once again on Fridays at 1 p.m. Central Time, sketching The Privateer, the story of America's pirate patriot, me doing my comic book. This week, I'm going to start a portrait that I've been wanting to do. I got to get it done before the next show we do, craft show we do. So I'm going to be starting a portrait of the Privateer family. And so come check that out on Sketching the Privateer at 1 p.m. Central Time on Friday. So for myself and the Hylunder, there can be only one.
There can be only one.
We want to thank you for being here. Let me check the chat real quick. No, Uncharted until I finish it. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I corrected myself, man. You're not doing Power World. You're doing Uncharted on Wednesdays. Yes. So, boys and girls, we want to thank you for being here. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless. And it'll run as soon as I find it.
God bless.